It's 2025, and while some people are confidently building wealth and living life on their own terms, you're still stressed about money every single day. Bills keep coming, debt keeps growing, and financial freedom feels like a distant dream that only lucky people achieve. But what if I told you that financial freedom isn't about luck, inheritance, or a six-figure salary? It's about 5 specific habits that anyone can develop. Did you know that according to a 2024 study, 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, regardless of their income level? But here's what's really interesting. People who achieve financial freedom within a year aren't necessarily earning more money than everyone else. They're just following a specific set of habits that compound over time. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what those habits are and how to implement them starting today. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one because what I'm about to share might just be the blueprint that transforms your financial life in the next 12 months. Let's start with our first habit, the 6 a.m. money review ritual. You know what separates financially free people from those who struggle? It's not intelligence, education, or even income. It's consistency. And the most powerful consistency habit I've discovered is what I call the 6 a.m. money review ritual. Here's the reality. 92% of people who successfully achieve financial freedom have a morning routine that includes reviewing their finances. Not once a month, not when they remember, every single day. Now, before you think this sounds exhausting, let me explain what this actually looks like, because it's not what you think. The 6 a.m. money review takes exactly 5 minutes. That's it. You wake up, grab your coffee, and before you check social media or emails, you open your banking app and do 3 things. First, you check your account balances. Not to stress about them, but to stay aware. Second, you review yesterday's spending, every single transaction. This keeps you conscious of where your money is going. Third, you set one financial intention for the day. Maybe it's no impulse purchases today, or bring lunch from home, or research that side hustle idea. Let me tell you why this is so powerful. When you start your day with financial awareness, every spending decision you make throughout that day becomes more intentional. You're not just swiping your card mindlessly. You're making conscious choices because your finances are top of mind. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a morning person, or I'm too busy in the morning. Look, I get it, but here's the thing. If you can spend 30 minutes scrolling through social media before you even get out of bed, you can spend 5 minutes on your financial future. The most successful people in the world protect their mornings because they understand that how you start your day determines how you live your life. And here's a bonus tip. Keep a small notebook next to your bed, specifically for this ritual. Write down your daily financial intention. There's something about physically writing it that makes it more concrete, more real. After 30 days of this habit, you'll be amazed at how different your relationship with money becomes. Habit 2. The 50-30-20 system on steroids. You've probably heard of the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's a solid foundation, but if you want to achieve financial freedom in just 1 year, you need to supercharge this system. Here's what most people get wrong about the 50-30-20 rule. They treat it as a general guideline rather than an actual system they actively manage. But when you're serious about financial freedom, every percentage point matters. So here's how you take it to the next level. First, challenge your needs category. Most people think they're spending 50% on needs when they're actually spending 60 to 70%. That fancy gym membership, want, not need. The premium cable package, want, not need. The daily Starbucks run, definitely a want, not a need. Your actual needs are housing, basic food, essential transportation, minimum insurance, and utilities. That's it. When you ruthlessly audit your needs category, most people discover they can bring it down to 40% or even 35% of their income. That extra 10 to 15% is the difference between slow progress and rapid financial transformation. Now, here's where it gets interesting. That money you freed up from inflated needs doesn't go to wants. It goes straight to the 20% category, which I want you to increase to 30 to 35% if you're serious about 1 year financial freedom. But wait, doesn't that mean cutting out all fun and enjoyment? Actually, no. The 30% wants category stays, but you make it work smarter. Instead of mindless spending on things that don't bring lasting satisfaction, you become intentional about what you truly enjoy. Maybe you love dining out with friends. Great, budget for that. But do you really need 3 streaming services, a premium gym membership you use twice a month, and impulse Amazon purchases? Probably not. The key is to automate this system. Set up separate bank accounts for each category and have your paycheck automatically divided the day it hits your account. Your needs account gets 40 to 45%, your wants account gets 25 to 30%, and your financial freedom account gets 30 to 35%. This removes willpower from the equation and makes financial progress automatic. Habit 3. The Debt Destroyer Strategy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room debt. According to recent data, the average American has $38,000 in personal debt, excluding mortgages. That's $38,000 that's working against your financial freedom, charging you interest every single day, keeping you trapped in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. But here's what most debt payoff advice gets wrong. They tell you to either pay off the smallest balances first, the debt snowball, or the highest interest rates first, the debt avalanche. Both methods work, but if you want to achieve financial freedom in 1 year, you need a more aggressive approach that I call the Debt Destroyer Strategy. Here's how it works. First, list every single debt you have. Credit cards, personal loans, car loans, student loans, everything. Write down the balance, minimum payment, and interest rate for each one. Now, here's where it gets different from traditional advice. You're going to focus on completely eliminating all consumer debt, that's credit cards and personal loans, within 6 months, not a year, 6 months. This might sound impossible, but hear me out. The reason we're doing this is because consumer debt typically has the highest interest rates, often 18 to 25% annually. That means for every $1,000 you owe, you're paying $180 to $250 just in interest every year. That's money that could be building your wealth instead of enriching credit card companies. To do this, you're going to throw every extra dollar at this debt. That means the majority of your 30 to 35% financial freedom account goes toward debt elimination during these first 6 months. Yes, this means you're not building savings as quickly during this period, but you're stopping the bleeding. You're cutting off the flow of money leaving your pocket in interest payments. But here's the crucial part. While you're aggressively paying down debt, you need to change the behaviors that created that debt in the first place. This is where most people fail. They pay off their credit cards and then immediately start charging them up again. To prevent this, I want you to physically remove your credit cards from your wallet. Cut them up if you need to. You can keep the accounts open for your credit score, but you can't use them until you've proven you can manage money without falling back into debt. Now, what about student loans and car loans? These typically have lower interest rates, so they become your focus after consumer debt is gone. But even with these, you're looking to accelerate payments wherever possible. Every tax refund, every bonus, every dollar from your side hustle goes toward debt elimination until you're completely debt-free, except for your mortgage. I know this sounds intense. It is intense. But here's the reality. You can't achieve true financial freedom while debt is draining your income every month. 6 months of focused intensity now gives you 6 more months this year to build wealth aggressively without those debt payments holding you back. Habit 4. The Income Acceleration Method. Now let's talk about something that most achieve financial freedom videos completely ignore the fact that there's a limit to how much you can cut expenses, but there's no limit to how much you can earn. If you're serious about financial freedom in 1 year, you need to focus on increasing your income, not just reducing your spending. Here's the truth that nobody likes to admit. Cutting your budget to the bone might save you $500 to $1,000 per month, but increasing your income, that could add $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 plus per month to your financial freedom journey. The math is simple. Earning more accelerates your progress exponentially faster than cutting expenses alone. But before you think I'm going to tell you to just get a better job or start a business, let me share a more practical approach that anyone can implement, regardless of their current situation. I call it the Income Acceleration Method, and it has 3 specific steps. Step 1. Optimize your current income. Most people are leaving money on the table at their current job without even realizing it. When was the last time you asked for a raise? According to PayScale, 75% of people who ask for a raise get at least some increase, but only 37% of workers ever ask. That means 63% of people never even try to increase their income at their current job. Here's what you do. Document your achievements, research market rates for your position, and schedule a meeting with your supervisor. Come prepared with specific examples of value you've added and market data showing you're underpaid. Even a 5 to 10% raise can add hundreds of dollars to your monthly income. Step 2. Monetize your existing skills. You already have skills that people will pay for. You just haven't thought about them as income opportunities. Are you good at writing? Companies need content creators. Good with social media? Businesses need social media managers. Good at organizing? People will pay for organization services. The key is to start small and build from there. I recommend using platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or TaskRabbit to start landing your first clients. Your goal for the first month is just to make $500 from side income. That's it. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until it's perfect. Just start. Once you hit that first $500, aim for $1,000 the next month. Then $1,500. You get the idea. Step 3. Create systems for passive income. Now, true passive income takes time to build, but you can start laying the groundwork during your 1-year financial freedom journey. This might include starting a blog, creating digital products, building a YouTube channel, or investing in dividend-paying stocks once you have some capital built up. The key to the income acceleration method is to direct every dollar of this extra income straight into your financial freedom account. Don't let lifestyle inflation creep in. If you're living on your main income now, you can continue living on it while your side income rapidly accelerates your journey to financial freedom. Habit 5, the financial freedom number formula. Here's the final habit, and it's the one that ties everything together. Most people have vague financial goals like save more money or get out of debt. But you can't hit a target you can't see. That's why you need to calculate your financial freedom number. Your financial freedom number is the exact amount of money you need to have saved and invested to cover your basic living expenses without working. For most people pursuing 1-year financial freedom, we're not talking about full retirement. We're talking about having enough financial cushion that money stress disappears and you have choices about how you live your life. Here's how to calculate it. First, add up your essential monthly expenses: rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, food, transportation, and basic healthcare. Let's say that comes to $3,000 per month. Multiply that by 12 to get your annual essential expenses, $36,000. Now, your financial freedom number for basic security is 3 to 6 months of expenses, so $9,000 to $18,000. But here's where most people stop, and it's a mistake. Once you hit that basic emergency fund, you don't stop, you keep building toward full financial freedom. For that, you want 12 to 24 months of expenses saved, which would be $36,000 to $72,000 in this example. At that level, you have real choices. You can take risks in your career. You can leave a toxic job. You can start a business. You have breathing room. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way I can save $36,000 to $72,000 in 1 year. And you might be right, depending on your current income. But here's the thing. The goal isn't necessarily to hit full financial freedom in 12 months. The goal is to make such dramatic progress in 1 year that your relationship with money completely transforms. Let's say you start with $0 saved and $5,000 in debt. If you follow these 5 habits consistently for 1 year, here's what's possible. Eliminate that $5,000 debt in the first 6 months. Save $10,000 to $15,000 in the second 6 months through the combination of reduced spending and increased income. That's a net financial position improvement of $15,000 to $20,000 in 1 year. You've gone from negative $5,000 to positive $10,000 to $15,000. That's life-changing progress. The key is to break down your financial freedom number into monthly goals. If your target is to save $12,000 in the second half of the year after eliminating debt, that's $2,000 per month. That might seem impossible at first, but when you combine the 50-30-20 system on steroids, the debt destroyer strategy, and the income acceleration method, suddenly $2,000 per month in savings becomes achievable. Track your progress weekly. Celebrate small wins. When you hit 25% of your goal, acknowledge it. At 50%, celebrate. At 75%, you should be feeling unstoppable. And when you hit your 1-year financial freedom number, you'll have proven to yourself that you can accomplish things you never thought possible. Look, achieving financial freedom in 1 year isn't easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But it is possible if you're willing to commit to these 5 habits consistently, day after day, week after week, for 365 days. The 6 a.m. Money Review keeps you aware and intentional. The 50-30-20 system on steroids optimizes your cash flow. The Debt Destroyer strategy eliminates the weight dragging you down. The Income Acceleration method supercharges your progress. And the Financial Freedom Number formula gives you a clear target to hit. These aren't just theory or nice ideas. These are the exact habits that thousands of people have used to transform their financial lives in 1 year or less. The question is, are you ready to be one of them? If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated with more practical financial advice. Share this video with someone you know who's ready to achieve financial freedom. Your journey starts today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.